It's great to see you all. Thank you for coming in today for our Chair Tai Chi class here. It's for Veterans Gratitude Week. So let's go ahead and get started with our Chair Tai Chi class. Here we go. So I'm going to come to the back of the room. Move this out of the way. And the first thing that we do when we do a Tai Chi class, we do our formal hello. So we're going to take our right fist in our left hand and bow down to one another. Very good. So to begin with, let's feel our feet on the ground. So that basically kind of means, lifting the toes, lifting the heels. Now I'm going to assume that everybody can see me. Do a thumbs up. Those that are on the screen, you can see my feet. Yeah? Okay, great. And then we'll start with a smile face. So basically we're going to make the feet be very still, and basically we're going to take where our mouth is and draw up towards the sky. So it's like you're drawing a smile, and then down towards the chest very slowly, and then up towards the other end of the room. So this helps with the back of the neck, the shoulders, gets a little bit of range of motion with what's going on from turning left to right. Always doing what you can with what you got today. And then we're going to change this into what's called the Atlas point. So we're going to bring the head back to center, and we're pretend that our nose is going to draw a circle. So what some folks will do is they'll have their eyes follow the nose, but if you've got some vertigo going on, maybe you keep the eyes looking forward and just do the Atlas point. So the Atlas point is basically where the C1, back of the spine, inserts into the head. You may hear some little crinkly stuff going on. Plus it stretches and tones the muscles in the neck. Then we're going to pause and go the other direction. You can go as slow as you need to, inhaling at the top, and then about halfway down, exhaling, inhaling up at the top, and exhaling. And then bring it back to the center. Let's scooch away from the back of the chair, engage those tall posture muscles, feet firm into the floor. We're going to do what's called the swimming dragon. So you're going to take your hands, you can hook the thumbs if you like, or just place the sides of the thumbs together, press the palms together, and then we'll start with an inhale breath. And as we exhale, push hands one direction, turn your head the other direction. Inhaling back to the center, exhaling over to the other side. Notice the range of motion. And again, inhaling back to the center, exhaling over to the other side, range of motion in the neck and the shoulders. Inhaling back to the center, exhale over to the other side. And let's do one more each side. Inhale to the center, exhale, push it away. Inhaling back to the center again, and exhale, push it away. Very good. Back to the center, breathe in. Next is spreading the feathers. This opens up the carotid and helps with our heart meridian. How we do this is we take a hand, spread out those fingers nice and wide, and we push the hand to where we have like kind of a half of a letter V happening here. Now I'm going to take my thumb and kind of point it to the back of the room, so really feel that bicep, tricep. With the other side, the other ear, drop the ear towards the shoulder and then lift the chin. You should be feeling that opposite side body kind of lengthening feeling going on. And then bring it back to the center. Let's do the other side. So push the hand away, spread the fingers, turn the thumb kind of more to the back of the room, drop the ear towards the shoulder, and then lift the chin. Again, gives a little bit more blood flow into the brain, very beneficial for increasing, lessening brain fog. So this one, again, opens up the carotid, bring it back to the center. Let's do the other side once again. Spread those fingers, turn that thumb, drop the ear, lift the chin, Inhaling back to the center. Exhale, push it away, drop the ear, lift the chin. Inhaling back to the center one more time each time. Exhale, push it away, drop the ear, lift the chin. Woo, kind of feel it there in, where the shoulders are there. Inhaling back to the center, other side, last time. Drop the hand, lift the thumb, ear to the shoulder, lift the chin. Very good. Inhale back to the center. Let's do what's called the finishing breath. So we inhale, circle, sweep arms up, and then it's like your hands are on top of the ball. You're pushing down the chi, the life energy, the life force. All right, very good. Let's do a little bit of breath here. In Tai Chi, we do what's called Dantian breathing. It's below the belly button. So you place your hand below the belly button and then above. We try to make the lower belly expand as we breathe in and then shift towards your spine as you exhale. So let's try that. Breathing in, belly out. Exhale, belly button towards your spine. Again, feel your feet on the floor while you do this. Again, inhale, belly out. Exhale, belly button towards the spine. Very good. Breathe in, belly out. And exhaling. Excellent. Let's just do some shoulder rolls here. Again, trying to wake up all the stuff that's going on with that rotator. If there's any bursitis, this kind of helps kind of loosen all that up. And then let's reverse, go the other way. Excellent. From here, let's inhale, shrug the shoulders towards the ears and turn over towards the side. This helps with lessening the dowager's hump. Inhale back to the center, release. Exhale, lift, turn, hold. Inhale back to the center, release. Exhale, lift, turn, hold. Inhale back to the center, release. Other side. Inhale, lift, turn, hold. Exhale, release. Let's do that finishing breath again. Inhale, circle, sweep arms up. And then again, exhaling, hands coming down to the heart center. Very good. Next is stirring our arms. So I'm going to shift over a little bit to kind of to the edge of this chair. And I'm just placing a hand down. You can even place your hand on top of your thigh, or some folks like to place it here on that shoulder area, depending on the spiciness that's going on. And we'll just start drawing some circular type shapes. So we're trying to do it from the shoulder, not from the hand. Very good. Again, do what you can. You may be noticing some little crinkly, poppy sensations. Again, hand can be on the thigh instead. You can look down if you like. Look forward. Making those circles a little bit bigger as you go. Again, doing what you can with what you got today. I can hear some little crinkly stuff going on. And then let's reverse. Go the other way. Go the other direction. You might feel a little bit of tingling going on in the palm. And then make those circles a little bit smaller. A little bit smaller. A little bit smaller. Very good. Now we're going to shift over to the other side of the chair. And again, start those circles. You, again, may want to place it here, hand on the shoulder, or you can place the hand on the thigh. Start drawing those circles out wide. You can hear crinkling on this side too. Crinkle, crinkle. And reverse. Go the other way. Sometimes you get a little momentum going on here. And make those circles, those shapes, a little bit smaller, a little bit smaller. Very good. Come back to, the center of your chair. Again, you're away from the back of the chair, engaging those tall postural muscles. Next is called the wild goose chase, or the wild goose flutter. You're basically taking your hands and they're coming forward, so they're not out to the side. They're forward, and we're fluttering them up and down. Getting some energy back into the arms. Wild goose chase flutter. Now take them out to the side, doing again, whatever range of motion. One arm may be different than the other. And then let's take one to the front and one out to the side, and then switch. Turning your head at the same time or keeping your head to the center. Very good. One more time each side. And then from here, let's cup the hands. We're going to do what's called the swing. So basically we're swinging our arms down and up. Again, we're working this in a vertical kind of a plane instead of out to the side. Kind of feel like I'm on the swing when I do this. You can hear my shoulders pop, pop, pop. Now, if it's available, maybe you can tap your shoulders or the top of or pretend tap, yeah. There's this little movement going on with the upper body and the lower body. Try not to have too much movement. Try to have it all be in the shoulders. Couple more here. Very good. And one more. And bring it down. All right, so next is similar to what we do in chair yoga, the cat-cow, but it's called spinal cord breathing. It's same, but the different. So we're going to do those soft little cupped hands underneath our chin, and the elbows kind of parallel to the shoulders. If you need to have them lower, that's okay too. But what we'll do first is breathe in, bring the elbows way up, poof your chest forward, and the hands kind of come apart there. And then exhale, curve the spine, bring the forearms close to one another. So there's your cat-cow going on. So again, inhale, elbows way up. So this is chest breathing. Exhale. This helps with lessening COPD, bronchitis. Open up, elbows way up. And exhaling, curve that spine. And again, inhaling up. Big old breath right there. Exhaling, come back to the center. And again, bring it up. And one more. Let's do one more. Here we go. Bring it way up, way up. And bring it back to the center. Beautiful. Inhale, circle, sweep arms up, and then hands on top of the ball, bring down the chi. Very good. Again, you might feel some little vibrational energy happening with the bottoms of the hands. Just notice if you notice that. All right, next is King Wan paints the rainbow. So this will be a little bit more movement going on. So I'll demonstrate and we'll do it together. So again, I'm up here at the edge of my chair. And we'll inhale, circle, sweep arms up. And then exhale, we're going to bring the hands down on top of our thighs. So we're going to take the hand over on the right-hand side, bring the hand down, and then we're going to take the hand and turn it outwards to where the thumb is back behind you and the pinky is forward. So again, pinky is towards me, thumb is back behind you. Then inhale, arm up. Once it gets kind of wherever it needs to go, exhale, bring it back behind you. And then gather the hands together. Flip the hand, bring the other one down. So the first off, it's the palm facing you. Then you take the thumb, make it go to the back of the chair, pinky towards me. And then inhale, arm up. Your arm may be way out, depending on your range of motion, by the way. Exhale, bring it back behind you, and then inhale, gather. Exhale, float the other arm down. Turn that hand out, thumb away, pinky towards me. Inhaling, circle, sweep an arm up, painting the rainbow. Exhale, bring it forward, and then inhale, gather. Exhale, float it down. Bring that other hand down, turn the hand out, very good. Inhale, circle, sweep an arm up. You may notice differences one side versus the other. Exhale, bring it forward, inhaling up. Exhale, flip it down. All right, other hand goes down, turn the hand out, pinky towards me, inhaling, circle, sweep an arm up. This one does better than the other one. Exhaling, bring it together, inhale. Exhale, bring it down. All right, hand down by the side. Turn that pinky towards me, thumb away. Inhaling, circle, sweep the arm up. Exhale, back behind you. Inhale, gather. exhaling. Last time each side. Here we go. Turn that pinky towards me, thumb away. Inhale, circle, sweep arm up. Exhale, back behind you. Inhale, gather. Exhale, float it down. Hand goes down. Okay, turn that palm away. Here we go. Last time. Inhale, circle, sweep arm up. Exhale, bring it together. And then inhale, circle, sweep arms up. And let's bring down the chi. This is the finishing breath. Very good. Next, let's do some stuff with our feet, shall we? So I'm going to take a leg out to the side. I'm going to be on the heel and have the toes towards me. So you should feel that contraction of the calf, maybe a little activation of the top of the leg. Now, softly point the foot away. Again, nice lengthening, stretching sensation, top of the foot. Hopefully it's nice. And then we're going to pump the heels. We're going to bring the toes towards you, toes away. So keep that action going. You tend to get foot cramps, leg cramps doing this ankle pump. This calf pump is good for lessening that. This is also considered to be your second heart when you pump the calf, getting all the blood that kind of pools down into the extremities back into the heart. So again, pumping the calf is considered to be the second heart of the body. And it may start to loosen up a little bit. It may feel super tight, but again, this is also ankle mobility to help us have better balance, better walking gait. And then 2 more, and then bring that in. Let's do the other side. Bring that leg out. Use your hand if necessary. And first, we do a heel flex, toes towards you. You can have your hands back behind you as you do this, or resting on your thighs. Whatever's okay for you today, okay? Whew. So this side feels a little tighter than the other side. And then let's point it away. You may notice some snap, crackle, pops going on also when you do this, ankle isolation that we're doing here, the calf pump. Let's start the pump. So here we go, toes towards you and away. Sometimes I feel like I'm digging a hole in my carpet with my heel. Keep breathing, whatever breath is okay for you today. A couple more here. Does this one feel a little bit different than the other one? And it might feel a little bit more stiff. It might feel a little bit more kind of loosey-goosey. Let's do 2 more and bring it in. Let's clap the hands, get some heat going on in the hands. And if it's available with you today, what we're going to do is kind of heat up the shins, heat up the calves, heat up the thighs, get underneath on that hamstring, the other one. Let's do some on the knees. Be nice and tender, love and care here. Now, if you want to hit all the acupressure points, do cat claws around the knees. And then reverse. And if you happen to have knee pain, so I know that some of y'all have some knee challenges, you take the palms of the hands, gently slap the outside of the knees. Again, it's good for reducing knee pain. I'm kind of making a little clapping sound when I do this. Next, we'll be further isolating our ankles and also doing some movements to strengthen the knees. Let's do 2 more, 2 and 1. Very good. Now we're going to scoot back into our chair as best you can. And the next part is isolating that ankle joint. So lift a leg and we're just doing some ankle circles. Try to do it just with the ankle. So sometimes I'm doing like the whole leg. If you need to hold the leg to remind yourself, leg be still, just do the ankle. Yeah? Mine's doing a weird shape today. And then pause, go the other direction. And it may feel a little bit different when you go that other direction. I got to go a little bit slower on this one. Oof. And once again, point and flex. Just do about 3 of these, and then lower. Let's do the other side. So raise up the other leg and start those ankle circles. Again, listen if there's any snap, crackle, pops going on. Ooh, there went one. Again, I have to hold my leg because otherwise my leg's going to go along with my ankle bone. Again, this is one of the movements for helping us to have better balance, because you've got to have strong ankles, you know, the base of everything happening with the feet and the ankles. Reverse, other direction. And to me, reverse feels very odd in my body. But you know, I need it, so I got to do it. Then point and flex. Very good. And release. So I'm going to turn sideways to show this next one, but y'all stay right where you're at, okay? So this next one is a knee strengthener. And you can scoot back, way back in your chair, or be a little bit more forward. Just kind of depends how much core you want to use today. So what we'll do is lift a leg, point and hold. So this is the strengthening of the knees. And then lower, so you're kind of hovering here, and then we're immediately flexing, toes towards the sky, and release. So you'll probably be feeling this in your hip area. We're going to do the other side. So point, hold, very good, lower, and then flex, hold, release, other side, point, hold just for a moment, release it down, and then flex, hold, very good, release, other side, point, hold in the air, release, flex, hold in the air. Again, this is for strengthening the knees, and release. Let's do one more each side. Point, hold, very good, and then flex, hold, release, other side, point, hold. You can use your hands underneath if you need to, folks. Release, and then flex, hold, and release. Clap those hands once again. Get some heat going on in those hands. And once again, let's get the quadriceps, tops of the legs, get underneath the hamstring, slap the back of the knee. That's where some of our lymph nodes are. We've got a big nest of nodes back there. Do the other side. So at top of the quadricep, underneath that hamstring, kind of get the back of the knees there. And one more. Let's just go ahead and do those fingers once again on the knees and reverse. Very nice. All right, next is eagle claw. So again, we're away from the back of the chair, so scoot up more forward on your chair. Good. And we'll start with the finishing breath first. So let's inhale, circle, sweep arms up, and then we bring down fists. And we take one hand, inhale, bring the palm towards you, and then exhale, palm away up to the sky, and then inhale, bring it down, palm is towards me, open up, exhale, push it forward, open up those hands, very good, inhale back to the chest, exhale, bring it out to the side, turn the head, and we're going to do opening and closing the fist 5 times, so here we go, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, bring it back. And this one inhales up. Exhale to the sky. Inhale, back to the chest. Open up the hand. Exhale, push it forward. Very good. Inhale, back to the chest. Exhale, out to the side. Here we go. Eagle claw 5 times. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back. Inhaling. Exhale up to the sky. Inhale back to the chest. Open up the hand. Spread out that hand. Exhale forward. Very good. Inhale to the chest. Exhale out to the side. Here we go. Count down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in. Breathing in. Exhale up to the sky. Inhale down to the chest. Open up that hand. Exhale, push forward. Inhale to the chest. Exhale out to the side. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Last time, inhaling to the chest. Exhale up to the sky. Inhale back down to the chest. Open up. Exhale, push forward. Inhaling to the chest again. Exhale out to the side. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhaling back to the center. This is great for arthritis. Exhaling, range of motion. And then inhaling back down to the chest. Open up. Exhale, push it forward. Inhale to the chest. Exhale out to the side. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to the center. Inhale, circle, sweep arms up. And finishing breath. Bring it back down to the center. So next is called lighthouse. It's soft fists underneath the chin, more near where the collarbone is. And basically, we're going to be turning our torso and the upper body and then reaching out, coming back to the center and to the center. So there, again, there's this twist going on with the torso that I encourage you all to do. So here we go. Let's breathe in, turn, and then exhale, bring it to the front. So it's like a little lighthouse. Inhaling back to the center, and then turn and reach out. Little sneaky core work here. And if you get mixed up on the breath, you know what? Just keep breathing. That works too. Again, get that nice twist going on. And let's do one more in this direction. And once we get back to the center, let's come back to the center. We're going to go the other direction. So twist, fists, and reach out. Exhale back to the center. Twist and reach out, inhaling. Exhaling back to the center. So kind of reversing what we just did, yeah? Whew. Let's do 2 more. Twist and reach. And let's do the last one. Here we go. Very good. Let's do the finishing breath. Inhale, circle, sweep arms up. And we're going to be bringing our palms down, up, palms up. Next is swallow flies to the nest. So on this one, let's take a hand, a palm up, hand across the body, breathe in, and we're doing a little bit of upper body twist when we do this. And then exhale, bring the arm out. And then it's inhale, up and over, feet firm onto the floor now. And then exhale, you twist and land the back of the hand in front of you. And then bring it back. Now the other hand, when you bring it back, goes across. Breathe in. Breathe out. Bring the arm out. Inhale, up and over. And exhale, back of the hand lands in the nest. Bring it back to the center. Other one reaches across. Breathe in. Breathe out. Arm goes out. Inhale, arm up and over. Exhaling. And then bring it back to the center. Other arm goes across. Breathe in. Breathe out. Bring that arm out. Inhale, up and over. Exhale. So here's how it goes. Swallow flies east. Swallow flies west. Swallow flies up and over and lands in its nest. Swallow flies east. Swallow flies west. Swallow flies up and over and lands in its nest. Let's do one more each side. Breathing in, breathing out, arm goes out. Inhale, up and over, and exhaling. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, up and over, and exhaling. Let's do that finishing breath. Inhale, circle, sweep arms up. Exhale, bring it down. Very good. Next is called parry. Well, also known it as the Karate Kid washing the car. It helps us use both sides of our brain. So basically, our hands are kind of hovering above our thighs, and we're going to bring a circle in and to the center. So you're kind of moving side to side here. When you cross over some of the same real estate here when you do your wax on, your wax off. I'm thinking, y'all need to come over and wax my table, right? Called parry. Again, we get into the shoulders, we get into the quadriceps lumboris, we get into those hip flexors a little bit, and then pause, and then wipe out. And you eventually kind of get your own kind of rhythm going on here. Also, it uses a lot of the stuff going on around our lungs. So again, great for lessening COPD, lessening bronchitis, lessening symptoms of long COVID. Yeah? Now with this outward parry, we're going to just bring it like we're here horizontally or vertically. We were doing horizontal before, we're doing vertical now. So again, that wax on, wax off. You may notice, there's a little bit more upper body involved in here. So again, be cautious, be kind here. And then of course we're going to reverse that. We're going to bring it inwards. Maybe a little bit easier to bring it inwards. And there's a little option that we can do. You can keep it here doing this inward parry or bring the elbows down the center. It's called elbow strikes. So they're inner elbow strikes. So you really get into those lungs here. You really increase your cardio output with this upper body movement here. And you can go faster and faster and faster or slower and slower and slower. And then let's bring it down. Bring it down, bring it back to horizontal. Kind of feel the energy in the bottom of the hands. Make those circles a little bit slower, a little bit slower. Very good. All right, so next is either lowering your blood pressure or raising low blood pressure. It's for our blood pressure. It's the blood pressure Tai Chi movement. So to tell you how to start this is, sometimes we have the hands out to the side, but what I want you to do is have the hands more forward, and then we're going to have the thumbs be into the palm of the hand as best you can, and you take the fingers and cover the thumb. So that stimulates the acupressure point for your heart meridian. And we'll do that. We'll hug the thumbs, and then we'll, kind of like we did in spinal cord breathing, we're going to bring our elbows back, press our chest forward, breathe in, and then we're going to release the hands out to the side so they're more forward, and then inhale, circle, sweep arms up. And as we continue the inhale, we start the exhale, the back of the hands come together. Very good. And then we grab the thumbs. Here we go, grab thumbs. Very good. Inhale, push the chest forward, elbows back. Exhale, hands out to the side. You're kind of concaving the chest there. And then inhale, circle, sweep arms up. Bring it down the heart center, back of the hands as best you can. Once you get kind of mid-chest level, you grab those thumbs and then elbows back. Breathe in, chest forward. Stimulate that heart meridian. Exhale, hands out. Very good. Let's do that again. Inhale, circle, sweep arms up, 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 up. Back of the hands. Exhaling, grab the thumbs and then inhale, elbows back, chest forward. Exhale, hands out to the side. And we'll do that one more time. Inhale, circle, sweep arms up. Back of the hands, come down, grab the thumbs, elbows back, chest forward, breathe in. And let's do the finishing breath. Inhale, circle, sweep arms up, and bring those hands down. Very good. All right, let's do a little bit more for the feet now. We've done a lot for the upper body. In fact, let's do a hand clap first. Get some heat in the hand. And since we've been doing a lot with the upper body, we're just going to place a hand on there and tap on the outside, bring it to the shoulders, turn the palm up, down the front. We do this 3 times. So go to the outside. So this is, bone to bone. We're just kind of building some bone here with this. Very good. We're going to clap the hands again. Get the heat going on, increase circulation in the hands, the fingers. Very good. Hand on the leg, and then start tapping it up and get into that shoulder, my favorite part, and down the front. And again, outside of the shoulder and down the front. Oh, I skipped on the shoulder that time. I'm going to do a little bit more on my shoulder this next time. Very good. And down the front. And just kind of slough it off. Slough it off. Very good. So now we're going to do our foot movements. So how about we bring the feet together. Okay. And we're basically going to take both feet and take them out to the side. It's called the jitterbug. Again, we're trying to strengthen, well, it stimulates all the acupressure points in the bottoms of the feet, and of course strengthens the ankles, and it feels weird. Now, if you can, if you're allowed to twist the opposite direction as your feet are going. And I always have to think about this. It's like, I don't know if it's doing it. I'm just pretending that it does. Using both sides of the brain. Getting into all the corners. A little bit of core work here too. Let's do one more out to the side and join me in the center. Now, bring the feet a little bit apart and bring the toes in. Ooh, that feels awkward, right? We're going to work these independently, so you can have your hands on the chair if you need to, and then go out. Again, lots of brain work going on here, lots of concentration. You can't think about anything else except breathing and doing this movement. So this is a nice way to really kind of lessen your stress, lessen the monkey mind that happens when, you know, sometimes where you just overthink stuff, right? So we're getting into our bodies with the breath, with the movement. Excellent. Whew. All right, and bring it back to the center. We're also going to do some foot patterning here. So we're going to take a leg forward and bring it out to the side as much as you can. Maybe be up on the toe, or if you need to be on the whole foot, that's okay. Forward and back to the chair. Now I have my hand resting on the back of the chair here, but you can have it on the hip if you like. So it goes forward, other one, out to the side, forward to the chair. Let's do that again. Forward, side. Ooh, my hip popped. Forward to the chair, forward, side, forward to the chair. Now we're going to add on to this. So we're going to go forward, out to the side. Now bring it in towards the chair at that angle, and then out, forward to the chair. Other side, forward, out, bring it in for one, out, forward to the side. This time 3 times. Forward, out. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, out, forward to the side, to the chair. Other side, forward, out. Here we go for 3, 2, 1, out, forward to the chair. Next is going to be 5 times. Here we go. Forward, out. 1, 2, 3, 4, woo, and 5, out, forward to the chair. Last time, forward, out. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, woo, 5, out, forward to the chair. Clap the hands, rub those hands, and again, get a little action here on the sides of the legs, the hips, down on those thighs, underneath the hamstrings, the calves, the shins, the knees. Again, wherever you need a little extra here. And in fact, let's just go down the outside of the pant seam, the shins, and then on the inside of the pant seam and up. Maybe get the back side. Very good. Clap the hands once again, just to get a little bit more circulation into the body. All right, let me see what else we're going to do today. Oh my goodness. So we're going to get a little cardio in here. So belly button nice and tight. And if it's available, you're either going to tap the sides of the legs or lift the knee and clap underneath. So belly button tight. Do what you can. Left brain, right brain. Working across the hemispheres here. Little Alzheimer's prevention. Tai Chi is great for that. Let's do 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Then we have the knees out a little bit and arms up. We're going to try to bring the elbows to the knees. This should be interesting. Knee up and down. And you can add a little stomp if you like. Just kind of notice if one feels a little bit more spicy than the other. Lots of core here. I think I need a cushion on my chair when I do this one. Again, do what you can with whatever you got, right? Let's do 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Next is monk carries the flag. So we're going to take an arm across. It's going to be down low and the other hand up. Now we're on this side, yeah? So we're going to lift the opposite knee and lower. Switch sides. Hand down, hand up, opposite knee, so it's to the outside. Lift the knee up and down. Very good. Take it across. Lift the knee up and down. Monk carries a flag. Lift that knee up and down. Now we can add on to this. So you grab that pole, lift that knee, extend a leg, whoa, maybe not, and then knee back up and down. Woo! Do the other side, lots of core here. Knee up, keep it here, or extend that leg, bring it back and down. One more each side. Grab that flagpole. Here we go. Knee up, extend that leg, knee up and down. Woo! Last one. Grab the pole, knee up, extend that leg, knee up and down. Finishing breath. Inhale, circle, sweep arms up. Exhale, bring the hands down. Very good. Looking to see what else we need to do here. We're going to do lung Qigong. So before we did the spinal cord breathing where we brought the elbows up, but this time when we do this, we hold the inhale breath, if we can, for 5 seconds. So right underneath here, right underneath the chin. So we're going to breathe in, elbows up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then curve, exhale. So you breathe in and you hold the breath for 5 seconds. Here we go. Let's do that again. Inhaling, elbows way up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and curve. Again. Inhaling up. Last one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling. And then inhale, circle, sweep arms up. Exhale, hands back on down. Very good. So I'm going to come up a little closer. We're going to be doing some of our hand sequences next, and I just want to come up closer so that you can see this and I can see you. All right.
Here's what I found.
Oh, my watch was talking to me. So we're going to be tapping the outsides of our hands. This is great for headaches and vertigo. So here we go. Tap, tap, tap. So the thought is do this 100 times each day. We won't do that many times today. But again, you're being nice and soft today, nice and TLC, tender loving care. Very good. Now this next one is for digestion and nausea. So it's into the interwebbings of the thumbs. So go at it with the inner sides, interwebbing of the thumbs. So I'm looking here, yeah, it's for nausea, digestion, gas. And then flip. Very good. So next is the interwebbing of the fingers. Let me see what that says. Pain, numbness in the limbs. So here we go. Now look to see which finger is on top. And then we're going to switch the other finger to be on top. That always weirds me out when I do that. Very good. So the back of the hand is for osteoarthritis, for back pain. So we cup the hand and we tap the back of the hand. Now if you're taking blood thinners, you're going to be a little bit less vigorous, right? And back of the hand, again, for pain in the limbs. We're going to do the other side next. So back of the hand on the other hand. This one makes more noise. And then back of the wrist. I'm trying to see what we're going to do next. Very good. So next is, again, let's clap the hands, get some circulation going on with the hands. Get some good circulation right here, right here, right here, right here. And then make fists and open them up. Fists. Open them up. Fists. Again. And one more. Then we take the hands and we press down the finger on top of the pad of the thumb. Try not to do like, you know, a flattening out, but a rounding. Press down. So this is good for the heart, for your circulation, for avoiding lessening strokes. Do the same with the other end. Do them at the same time. I have to look, see, make sure I'm doing circles. Of course, you've got nails. You're just kind of doing what you can do, right? Very good. Now we're going to turn them out as if you're flicking a bug. So the thumb is on top of the fingernail bed and you flick the finger away. If you've got a ring on, you may hear a little bit more noise on the finger that has a ring. A little thumping noise maybe. Very good. I'm trying to think, is there anything else? Also for lessening strokes is to take your fingers and rub on your thumbs. And you should move to each finger. So if you're watching television, you could do this while you're seated. I say to do this 5 to 10 minutes a day. You know, once you're done, doesn't mean you're done. You can go back and start over again. So go over to the other one. Yeah. Next, we're going to do something for trigger fingers. Okay, and that's to take your hand on top of your thigh, and you take your other hand up here, rest it on top of the where the knuckle is. Now the thumb's going to kind of go up, but it's over here to the side a little bit. You're going to lift your wrist and down. So it's also a lymphatic pump for underneath the arm. You may hear some little crinkling going on with the top of the hand, little snap, crackle, pops. I don't hear it on this side, but I probably will on the other side. Again, that hand is firm when you do that. Excellent. Let's switch sides. Again, hand on top of the hand, right there at the knuckles. And, ooh, big old snap. I knew it was going to happen. You all probably didn't hear it, though. I can feel some little, like, air bubbles kind of popping here. Crepitus is what we call that. Very good. Clap the hands once again. And bring the feet wide. We're going to slap the quad. Whoa, slapping the quad. What's that mean? That's that area where the thigh inserts into the torso. Lots of lymph nodes there. Take the sides of the hands, once again, and just slap that inguinal crease. It's so hard for me to say. I'll get it right one of these days. And I'm just going to freestyle here, just slapping that quad. And we can do the navel slapping, lessens toxins. You can do fists instead if you like, or you like to do fists instead. Again, we're moving stuff out of the lymph nodes. The only way to do that is with movement. We did the knees earlier, back of the knees. And then take your, 3 fingers, slap underneath the armpits, or, tap the armpits. Now, don't be too vigorous, but, get a good little movement going on in there. And then find your lower ribs, tap into those ribs. Very good. And then take the hands with gentle pressure down the front of the neck. Again, lots of lymphs in the neck. Take an opposite hand to a collarbone. Just rub into the collarbone. Rub into the other collarbone. Find the earlobes. Draw a line from your earlobes down to that kind of hollow spot there and just push in and out. Just a gentle kind of thing here. That helps stimulate the vagus nerve. Very good. Clap the hands again. Get some heat going on. You can bring your legs in. And let's tap our cranium. Very good. Kind of like this. And then the back of the head where we had that, where we turn the head, where the spine inserts into the back of the head, and down the back of the neck, up and down. And if you can, back behind you and forward. You may have to do an opposite arm to that area instead of the same side. So whatever you can manage, okay? And it all works good. And then let's take the thumbs on top of our knees. May have to move back a little bit. Very good. So let's do a little bit of eye exercises here. So keep the head forward using only the eyes. So take a thumb and bring it to the outside. So follow with your eyeballs. Kind of feel what you feel here. Don't move the head. We're going to do this 2 more times around. If this feels weird, it should. Probably not used to this unless you do this already. One more time around. Bring it way out. Just kind of notice if you've got some good peripheral out to the side of the eyeballs kind of vision field. And bring it back to the center. Also, good for the shoulders, yeah? Other side. Bring it out. Don't go too fast. Oof. So I can feel my shoulder doing the little noise here when I do this. One more time all the way around. Very good. Excellent. Clap those hands once again. We're going to do 2 more. Actually, it's called the thymus thump. So we tend to have less T-cell production when we become more vintage. So that helps us during the time of, flu, RSV, more COVID, all that. So we'll take our 3 fingers and tap into kind of below where the collarbone is. So that helps stimulate T-cell production, which is, we need to have some of this, yeah? So tap your thymus. It's right below here, this area. And it needs stimulation in order to continue to produce. And again, 100 times or a minute in length every day. Ward off those cold and viruses. Keep your immunity strong with your thymus thump. Very good. Clap the hands once again. So this time I'm taking off my glasses, just placing them here on my pant leg. Because this next one is dry eyes. Make some heat in the hands. Cover your hands cup your hands over your eyes. Gonna relax your spine a little bit if you need to. Breathing in, breathing out. Notice how you feel now after all this activity, all this brain activity also, working across the hemispheres of the brain. It's also nice is you've got a clean sock, put a little bit of rice in it, tie it on one end, put it in the microwave for about 15 seconds. Putting that across the eyes, that nice moist heat, also helps with the dry eyes. Keeping the eyes closed, let's shift the hands back onto our lap or on our belly. Relax those shoulders. And then be grateful for the healing movements that we did in our slow movement Chair Tai Chi today. Thanks for the healing, the breathing, our little community here sharing. And think of one thing, just one thing that you are grateful for today. And bring whatever that thing is into your heart space. Very good. Open those eyes. Shift away from the back of the chair. Once again, feel your feet on the floor. That's a grounding movement to bring you back into the present moment. And we'll end our class as we started it. So we take that right fist, that's the sun, and take the left palm, that's the moon. We bow down to one another. Thank you for coming to support Veterans Gratitude Week. Thank you for coming to Chair Tai Chi. There's another class Thursday at 2 p.m. and I'll send the registration